Just give me a signal.
All right. Hey, dude. This is the Panoramic Podcast. We are going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, it's your favorite podcast. It's a Monday. Yes, True Ace's podcast back at it. I am your co-host, True Ace himself. That's Goku over there, aka Kratos, Mr. Shazam, and
Master Roshi.
Sleepy Nick, because he looks like he's half and half right now, conscious in this world. Anyway, Shazam or Roshi, take it away.
There you go. Very Filipino Master Roshi. Yeah. Anyways, what's going on, everyone? Hey, this is the one and only Uncle Shazam, Sleepy Nick, not Sick Nick, and the True Ace himself, adjusting the camera on his end. But anyways, welcome to the show, everyone. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and also tap the notification bell for more Panoramic Gaming. Also, show the same kind of love to our Panoramic TV channel. All the links are in the description below. So let's go ahead and kick the show right off. So I kind of just thought of this question literally on the fly just now. Okay. So, get this. All right. What if every TV show or movie or anything you ever watched throughout your whole life was a portal into an alternate Earth? For example, if I was watching Dragon Ball Z and if I want to be in that reality, I could just simply touch my screen and I would jump into that reality and live in that reality. So the question is, if you could pick a TV show, movie, or something like a reality that you could live in and start life from there, where would that be?
Definitely not Dragon Ball Evolution. Definitely not that. Man, that's a tough one. Where could we start? Where do we start?
That's a good question. Man, okay. Like,
for some reason, I think Wreck-It Ralph would be a cool universe to go to. With all the internet stuff, that'd be cool.
Or just living inside that arcade
inside the
world.
internet.
Inside the arcade world, inside the internet.
That's a cool idea.
That would be.
Yeah, imagine going to Snapchat or Instagram from physically going there, and just checking it out, or
dude, that'd be
Pornhub.
Oh, holy crap!
Maybe an incognito tab. You guys know what I mean.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay for everyone who has incognito tabs. Everyone.
Yep, I have some open right now.
If you have more than 5, it's okay.
If you have more than 5, you have my props.
If you have more than 20, then you have my salute.
Exactly.
So
that beat my record.
So, anyway, no. If I were to pick a reality, I would totally live within the. I'd love to live inside the Arrowverse reality. So it'd be cool because now that like reality the reality has reset in the Arrowverse, where now there's an Earth. All the TV shows are now all on one Earth, aka Earth Prime. That would be the Earth I live in, where you could travel across from Central City to Star City, and then Star City to Freeland, and or even better, travel to Metropolis, or going to Gotham, which are much more closer and in the same world. So that would be a world I'd love to live in, and hopefully maybe get powers. I don't know. We'll see.
If you think about Wreck-It Ralph universe, it's very similar to that universe because there's that one scene with all the princesses singing.
Yeah.
So that would imply that it's also a universe in which all Disney, characters can come into.
Hmm.
So I don't know. And there was a Stanley cameo too. Also Iron Man.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
anything Disney pretty much is in that world.
Hmm.
Pretty cool.
That would be cool. Nick, what I guess if you had a reality that you could break from this current reality, and what reality would you pretty much break into and just like start fresh from there?
I'm not too sure myself. Maybe. Yeah, this one I'll have to really give a good hard think because this wasn't really something that I was prepared to think on. So
That's like 90% of all our curious questions.
yeah.
We don't really know until the day or till the minute it's asked.
Yeah. Maybe
Naruto? You like Naruto?
yeah, kind of, but I wouldn't actually want to live there.
Really?
Unless I'm dating one of the characters, of course, but
Okay.
Well, it's your universe. Go ahead. You can date Sakura.
Yeah.
Or whoever you want to date.
No.
I guess. I mean, maybe I'd want to live in the Ed and Eddie universe.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think it could be that bad. I mean, I guess it all depends on which character.
Wouldn't you be yourself?
Yeah, I'd be myself, and I would probably be the only person who's not afraid of the cankers.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Johnny wasn't scared.
Well, that was because his imaginary friend was kidnapped. But other than that, Johnny is just like the rest of the cul-de-sac where he's pretty much scared of the cankers. But for me, I would be one of them. I would probably be the only person who actually isn't a pussy to the cankers.
So it's sort of like a revolution kind of thing.
Yeah.
Against them.
Pretty much. Like, I would rally the entire cul-de-sac and pretty much get them to wield pitchforks and torches, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's an interesting concept. Who would you be friends with, do you think, first of all, in the universe, in that world?
I would probably be pretty good friends with either Rolf or Double D. Yeah.
I can relate to those guys.
Like, Double D, I can relate to how well-educated he is and how wise he can be from time to time. For Rolf, I don't think he's stupid. He's just ignorant to his current environment, where he thinks the cul-de-sac is an extension of his home country, when really
that's so funny
isn't.
though.
But
that's comedy gold.
But other than that, he's really one of those wiser guys where, like, if the situation calls for it, he's pretty much unstoppable on his own once he gets going.
Right.
Yeah, I'd probably be good friends with with either of those two. More likely with Double D's case, I'd be closer. I'd have closer personal ties with. Yeah.
Yeah, I think most people can relate to him, or Ed too. Considering he's humble, dumb, and he's lovable.
Yeah, he's lovable, but he's also a total dumbass. So, I mean, as far as morals go, he's not that bad of a person.
Right.
So
he can kind of have your trust, right?
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, for Eddie though, I'd be like,
No, yeah.
I'm not sure if I want to get this guy behind me. I mean, yeah, he's not dumb, but this dude could
You can push the wrong buttons easily.
that, or he could be the Judas to my Jesus. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like this guy could stab my back if he really wants to.
That could be your last supper.
I wouldn't see it coming. I gotta be careful with Eddie. Yeah.
Interesting. Phil, do you have any idea what we're talking about?
Not really, because to be honest, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I never completed any portion, or even like followed like chronologically entity to its like beginning and end.
Oh my lord.
Oh yes, go ahead, throw it, rain in the heat.
Do you have any inclination of who the characters are though, or at least knowledge of the show?
I know Johnny, I know Double D, I know Ed, and
the people that we've mentioned.
I know the people you mentioned. I know the Plank.
Okay.
Okay.
What is he?
It's what's his name? His imaginary friend.
Right, but what is it?
Basically it's a silly looking plank with a cool looking face on it.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
It's a 2x4, but
2x4 looking cool looking face.
Who might be the most badass character in the series actually?
Yeah, probably. He's pretty much like the unsung hero of the series.
Yep. I love the episode when Johnny goes to save him and stuff.
Yeah, same
That's
here.
one of my favorites.
I mean, okay. Speaking of Ed and Eddie, I will. I will post this. Or actually, did I tell you about the Ed and Eddie tier list?
You have a tier list?
Rank from DBS Plus. Well, not
list?
me personally. However, actually, that's a good idea.
Based on what? Episodes or characters?
Everything.
Huh.
Here, I'll show you like a I'll post it on Discord. Let me just look for it here. Just go ahead and keep the show going.
Okay. I take that back with the Wreck-It Ralph universe. I will gladly go to the Harry Potter universe.
Oh,
gladly.
That's something interesting.
Yeah, I'll be best friends with Harry and go on adventures with Buckbeak. That'd be pretty cool.
Okay, but all right, but what if you don't, the Sorting Hat doesn't sort you into Gryffindor, but you ended up in Hufflepuff?
That's fine. I actually see myself as a Hufflepuff since I'm a nerd, a geeky nerd.
But then you ask,
Slytherin.
but then you keep asking that. No, fuck Slytherin. Any
Oh, shit.
but then you end up in Hufflepuff. Dude,
That's fine.
that actually would be pretty hilarious. I could. This would be weird. If I was in a universe, I wouldn't be in Hufflepuff. More likely I'll probably end up in Ravenclaw.
Yeah. What best describes their personalities?
Good. I don't know. Would Ravenclaw? They're more. You don't get too much of a spotlight on them as much.
Yeah, they're kind of low key. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in movies wise, you don't get that much of a big spotlight on them.
True.
Books in same kind of way too. So I would say they're more benevolent kind of people.
I can see that.
So
what new universe would you go to? Oh yeah, Arrowverse. My bad. You already picked.
Yeah. That
What about honorable mentions?
Honorable mention universe. Okay. Man, I'm surprised you did not say the Witcherverse.
I don't know. That came up first in my head too, but I was like, I think it's been outplayed at this point. I kind of want to delve into other universes. For now, but that's definitely an honorable mention for me. And Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
World. Maybe SpongeBob.
That's a good one too. A SpongeBob verse. That'd be actually pretty funny. Man. Oh. I'm gonna do the Space Jam thing. I'll probably end up in the Looney Tune universe.
That'd be fun. I love those breaking the fourth wall episodes where Daffy and Bugs talk to the camera and they're like drawing themselves and stuff. Like, what's up, Doc?
Well, you see here, Doc.
Yeah, I love those episodes.
That'd be.
They
fun.
talk straight to you.
Okay.
They're probably one of the first pioneers in breaking the fourth wall. If you think about it.
It's true. Oh, you know, actually, that sounds kind of overplayed. And ending up in the Spideyverse.
Yeah.
That sounds overplayed.
You can do better than that.
I think that sounds a little bit overplayed.
That's a lazy answer. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think it just came to me. I would totally like to end up in the Mortal Kombat universe.
Shit.
Cause think about it, I could die endlessly and I'm still alive for the next fight.
That's pretty much Happy Death Day right there.
Basically, right? And
okay, how about this? I counter your question with a similar question.
Okay.
Which horror universe would you go to?
Ooh. Okay.
Any horror movie. Which world would you want to delve into?
Oh, I got three.
I think Midsommar would be pretty fun.
That would be fun. Or I'd be stupid enough to go to the Conjuring universe.
Oh shit. Is it the Annabelle days or the Nun days?
Annabelle, guarantee Annabelle days. Guarantee Annabelle. None.
So pretty much 1960s America.
None. I'd probably be laughing to death.
True.
At that point.
The tongue action.
The tongue action, and I'm maybe making some stupid. Yeah, let me see what the mouth do though.
I don't know what that movie was.
Oh man. Oh man. No, I don't think I want to end up in the Nightmare on Elm Street universe. That sounds like you would be stuck in the 80s for too long.
Yeah, been outplayed. Jason's world would be pretty cool. In Camp Crystal Lake.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
I'm not sure about that, but okay.
What, getting chased by Jason? Getting chased by Jason?
Yeah, no thanks.
We can play Dead by Daylight.
That's basically.
I really don't get what that game is. Yeah.
Or had fun.
And end up in the Halloween universe where you can also be chased by Michael Myers.
True.
Oh man. Oh no.
I would definitely not want to be in the Ring universe.
Okay, I got even a worse one. Amityville Horror.
That was a scary one, yeah.
With Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yeah.
And the blonde chick.
I was talking about the 80s.
Or I think you're thinking. Oh. No, be a funny universe for all three of us ended up in. The Final Destination universe.
Hell no. Actually, okay. I'm kind of curious to see how stupidly ridiculous my death would be.
How would you guys like to die?
Wouldn't that be kind of interesting? You ended up in the Final Destination universe, and you're given the most ridiculous, wonkiest of deaths ever. Like, for example, I could die by masturbating. Like I
think that's real life.
But this time, it'd be so ridiculous that my dick falls off.
Oh shit. For some unknown reason.
Or for some unknown reason, a helicopter crashes and a helicopter blade slices my head. Blades just.
Oh jeez. I don't think we can joke about helicopter crashes right now.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry.
Maybe not now. Maybe later on. But
because Google Docs has taken way too long to upload the damage onto our podcast prompt. Here it's you should be able to see it now in Discord. I had to send it there because stupid ass Google Docs. But yeah, this is the definitive Ed and Eddie tier list for those who are curious.
Wait,
where are we at?
Let's open it. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
From D to S plus.
In terms of what?
In terms of overall, factors like strength, intellect.
What? How is double DC? Come on.
Well, here's why. The guy who justified this, he said that there are times where Double D actually gets fooled by, by simpler. Well, here's the thing with Double D. Like, he's very intelligent, but he's not very wise.
Very
you know
gullible.
what I mean? Yeah. Like, he can, like, when it comes to making stuff on the fly, making contraptions out of nowhere, no one can beat him. But he can also sometimes be easily fooled by the most obvious of tricks, all because he's so overly neurotic in nature. Like think of the time where think of a nerd who's pretty much a know-it-all, but you beat him by say, "Oh, I'm just gonna stick my foot here," and then he just suddenly trips. That's not book smart. That's that's lack of wisdom or street smarts. Yeah, that's something Double D.
He's not sophisticated.
Well, he is, but he's not like his common sense isn't really there. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's not what you think it is. Because
it's not what you think. It's not what you think it is, because he's sometimes too intelligent for his own good.
True.
He fails to see that this problem doesn't require intelligence to solve. It just requires common sense, which is something Double D sometimes falls short in. That's why he's ranked this low.
Okay.
And yes, I am kind of sad to see him that low, but the way the person explained why he's ranked that low, it actually makes sense.
It's funny how Kevin and Eddie, the most aggressive characters on the show, are only B.
Well, here's the reason why. For Eddie, he pretty much a lackluster. This is the way I define Eddie. In a nutshell, he's pretty much a lackluster mix of Double D's intellect and Ed's overall strength. Having a very pathetic mix of either. But if there's one thing he's really good at, he pretty much has street smarts on his side, which is something Double D doesn't really have. Eddie is able to deceive the entire neighborhood, single-handedly at least once in every episode. True. And multiple times, in often cases. Yeah, and as for Kevin, he might seem like a bully, and he might seem like he could hold his own in the fight, which for the most part he can, but his strength lies in the support of others, where if he's forced to fend for himself, he won't last that long. Yeah, he's the kind of guy to rally everyone to support his cause, that kind of thing.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Huh. Now I'm interested in other tier lists of other shows.
Nick, I think you can actually make your own tier list.
For what though?
No, Ed and Eddie.
Even if I wanted to, I don't think I could outdo the person who made this, because he actually because the image I got this from is a 41-minute video explaining each character on why they're ranked in this position.
Jeez.
Yeah.
40 minutes. I mean, being as nerdy as we are, we could probably talk 40 minutes for our favorite shows.
Yeah.
If not more.
Maybe.
That's interesting.
Oh, that would be a great that'd be a good new segment, tier listing.
Yeah, that could be a mini game we could do. Aside from the regular would you rather's and stuff.
Okay.
That would be that's Oh, dude, this wait, hold up. This thing kind of reminds me like the gorillas. Like
the artwork gorillas?
Yeah.
I got that vibe too.
Dude,
hey Nick, which of the Canker sisters would you date?
That's cool.
Probably Marie.
I think that's everyone's favorite, right?
Yeah.
I think Lee could be fun to hang out with.
She's a bit of a dom if you think about it.
A dom?
Yeah, like a dominatrix.
Oh yeah, I guess they're all kind of doms.
Yeah, but Lee stands out the most as a dom.
She's the most. Yeah, I can see that. Tomboy.
I think I'm digging the name, the one in the blue.
Marie.
That's Marie.
That's Marie. If I was in that, I'd dig into Lee.
You're a betting man.
If I was a betting man.
If anything, you know how like the cankers like a very specific head in the titular trio.
Yeah.
I'd say Double D has like the hottest one in my opinion.
I mean, Double D can get all the girls
if he wanted to, but no, he's
very timid.
He's very timid as a person, which is kind of sad.
Because he has all the potential there, he's just not.
Yeah,
trying.
Sarah. In some cases, Naz digs him.
Has a soft spot for him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't realize it.
Yeah,
or doesn't
he's
even want it, or shies away from it.
He's like too intelligent for his own good to realize, hey, you have 3 potential, candidates that could be your girlfriend in high school.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I wish I had that problem. That's a good problem to have. That's interesting though. I like the tier list idea. We could probably do that some days.
Alrighty. Any other serious questions? I know we've been writing off my reality, alternate reality.
Oh, I liked your question, dude. We kind of just like played off of that and asked our own questions along the way.
So, but
that's fun.
Yeah. Well, thanks for diving into alternate reality questions. Anyways, let's go jump right into video games, streaming, and a little bit of geeking. So take it away, Nick.
Okay, so I've been taking a bit of a slight break from the Fallout universe and started getting into the Skyrim universe. I pretty much recreated my 2 favorite builds that I've made in my PS4 version. Pretty much started from scratch. For the most part, they pretty much retained their skills and perks. Like for my first build, Lam-Ang, he's pretty much like the all-around warrior type, using one-handed for swords, block for shield, archery, bow and arrows, light armor. He's the kind of warrior that likes to stay like he's not. Like, he likes to be able to move around whenever possible. So, kind of like Matt Santos, he likes to stay on his feet at all times and not be bogged down in the heat of combat. And Sneak, where, as, for someone in his tribe, being a warrior isn't just the only thing that's necessary. They gotta know how to hunt and in Lam Ang's case, as a tribal warrior hunter, hunting is only half of what he knows. The other half is, open combat fighting. But that's that's pretty much something else for him that he knows. And then my second build, which is probably the one I have the most fun with, besides being a warrior. Yeah, so this one is pretty much a pure mage. She does not use any weapons whatsoever because she specializes in three out of the four of magic schools, which are restoration, alteration, and no conjuration. Only because she isn't into the idea of like raising the dead and all that.
Oh, okay.
And and the cool thing about Inez Canoyan as the mage, besides being Lam Ang's partner in crime and lover, she's completely self-sufficient when it comes to combat. Like for destruction, she can throw fireballs at her enemies and to defend herself and all that. But the coolest part, I think, would be her synergy of restoration and alteration. There's this spell in Skyrim called Equilibrium, which actually restores your magicka, at the cost of your health. Now you might be thinking, wait, wouldn't that potentially kill her? Yes, but that's if you don't make use of your restoration spell. So basically, she's able to synergize in restoring her magicka at the cost of her health, while also restoring her health with the closed wounds restoration spell, which is supposed to restore her health to 100 HP. So really, she does not need potions to restore her magic powers. She just has to kind of put her life in harm's way a little bit, while also bringing herself from harm's way. If you can kind of wrap your head around that concept.
Okay, I like that loophole.
That's exactly it. She basically loopholes her way into restoring her magic bar, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not cheating because it's in the game, but that's
exactly. It's pretty much a legal exploit in the system.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
I'm surprised you didn't make any Witcher builds yet.
Well, I'm not sure if I want to. I mean, to me, I'm not saying I don't want to, but at the same time, I feel like The Witcher as a build really deserves to be in a league of its own. Okay. I mean, in a way where Lam Ang is built, especially with the weapons that he has, which are all sun themed. Like his sword glows as bright as the sun, his shield glows as bright as the sun, and his bow and arrows, the arrows most especially when they're blessed, pretty much give off this sun glow upon impact on any enemy, especially if they're undead.
You know that kind of reminds me of
what?
I'm remembering God of War Apollo.
That, I think you're referring to Helios.
Or Helios, sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Except Lam Ang for the most part is a mortal man with extraordinary feats. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The way Fudge Muppet built their Witcher character in the Skyrim universe, I'm honestly very pleased with the results they had to offer. Yeah. But yeah, if you build it right, you can actually make a Witcher in the universe. Which, by the way, speaking of Witcher references, this is the way I would describe the relationship between these two characters. Like how Matt is the Artyom to Maria's Anna for Metro fans like me out there.
Mm.
Well, in this case, Lam-ang is the Geralt to Inez's Yennefer.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. That's why they're like partners in crime and lovers.
At least they're not bounded by Jin.
No, they're not. Well, they are and they aren't, if you think about it.
Okay, fair enough. Bounded by
don't worry. It's Lam-ang did not make some kind of, last wish to a genie to tie his fate to Inez. She pretty much walked into his life instead of him walking into hers. Actually, they kind of walked into each other's life by coincidence. Or by
chance.
By chance, yeah. Nothing more than that.
Very simple.
Right on, dude. Not your typical Mark Hamill-esque last, but
not every Joker has to be Mark Hamill.
Yeah, which is totally fine. But the references that are made there, like if you're to catch them like easily, like you would know. Oh, I kind of see what you did there with that reference, and overall, like his combo with his cane is pretty BA. So now and then he has like cool like projectile combos, having this handgun in a form of a Batman puppet where you can hold it long and he'd be talking to puppet, and then if your enemy gets closer, you can just let go and the gun will actually go off. Like, oh, that's interesting. So I'd say Joker was pretty well done for DLC. Now let's I'm kind of hoping Spawn just kicks ass. Come in 2 months.
Do you know who's voicing him?
Oh, I don't know. I've been trying to wonder who would actually voice Spawn, because I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be Michael Jai White. But if it was, it'd be kind of cool. For
that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So so my gameplay with Joker, I'll give him 8.5 out of 10. Anyways, Aaron, any games or any rescues inside the forest?
Rescues. We did. Remember last week?
That's right.
Speaking of forest, I am kind of eager to actually, get our new players on board soon. So
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do every Monday, or even more often than that. It's kind of cool playing with more people. An actual village, per se. But in terms of me... Yeah, true. But in terms of me just gaming, not really too much here. Maybe I might go back to some vintage games like Last of Us or Witcher. Just to step my foot back into those classic games, but... Just the usual for me, COD and some Forest here. Nothing special.
Okay. Alrighty. Alright, cool. Alright. Going into personal achievements of this week and the last. I know not much for song of the week. Other than anytime I hear "Hey Jude," I end up saying "Hey Dude" for no apparent reason. Which I'll get to that in TV shows, movies, online videos. Anyways, personal achievement. Only this is probably only for me. First day getting back to the gym after being a week long absent. So that's a plus. That's a plus on my part. So
Nice.
sadly, I'm still at 235. So
It's all good. I thought you were 228.
Well, I was, So
the sickness kind of brought you back.
Yeah, the sickness kind of took a. Yeah, it did take a. It took quite the wrong turns. So, but you know what? Hey, it is what it is. So, look can help. So.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I have been doing my walking exercise for the most part.
Nice, dude.
Mainly, well, it's not because I wanted to. It's mainly because of work. And you know how in my job at Home Depot, I'm pretty much required to like walk around the entire store for almost any reason. Well, I don't actually walk around the entire store unless there's like a very specific circumstance that I have to do that. But the point is, one of the reasons why I haven't been doing my treadmill walking work was mainly because work is already quote unquote forcing me to do that.
But that's work though, that's kind of mandatory. Like I walk every day.
I'm still doing that exercise where I walk around, which is why
that shouldn't give you the excuse not to work out. Jogging or just walking.
I know it's just like
treadmill is. Yeah.
By the time I get home, that's when I pretty much crash, which is why I looked so sleepy at the very start of this podcast, is because I did so much walking in the store today in just a span of 4 hours.
Damn.
Yeah, with a 15-minute break in between.
Okay. Any words, Phil?
I mean, jeez.
Or tips. I mean, go on. You're on your way to 205. Give me some tips.
One, okay. Whoa.
Master
Roshi. I mean, one. I wouldn't even want to like complain that I don't know. I've always, don't get me wrong. I've always been one, not, just not.
We all get lazy.
Well, being lazy or doing or let alone doing treadmill work. I've been the minority of just not doing the treadmill work. I like if it's any consolation, like it's actually nice. Nice actually going out for like a nice run or a nice walk. Just even if it's just like even if just a short distance around my neighborhood. So, but doing like exercises at work is actually a great loophole.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'm doing already. The only thing I gotta do is like, change my eating habits, which I kind of have. Like, today I only had like egg and rice for breakfast.
Nice.
For lunch, a Subway sandwich, and for dinner I had like a Tupperware of like salad with poke as my meat and shrimp tempura as my carbs. That's really it. I didn't eat anything else after that.
Well, basically, so I'm still back. So right now I'm kind of back doing back to doing 16-8 intermittent fast, and I didn't literally eat anything from literally 12 a.m. the beginning of the day all the way to 4 p.m.
Wow.
Wait, from 12 to 4?
Yes.
I mean,
12 a.m.
That's not 8.
That's only 4 hours.
No.
16, 8. That's like
no. If you go all the way to
20.
4 p.m.
12 a.m. You mean?
12 a.m. start.
So the breaking of dawn till 4.
All
the way to 4 p.m. It's 16 hours.
That's way past. Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, hold on a minute. Are you saying like 16 hours is your eating time and 8 hours is your?
No,
that's
no, that's that.
Okay.
No, flip.
I was
flip
kind
the
of
script
confused
on that.
there. Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
He meant 16 hours fasting.
Yes.
I see.
And the rest is
And then,
Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing right now. You know, breakfast at 8, lunch at 12, and dinner at 3:45 p.m.
No, mine's I don't like.
I mean, I'm still following the rule technically, just at different time
But
slots.
Phil's is like extreme because he doesn't eat anything for that 16-hour span.
And
no,
I'm
that's actually the idea. Really,
Right.
we're following the same we're following the same guideline, just at different times. That's the only difference.
Okay.
Like for me, I cannot eat anything between the hours of 4 p.m. to 8 a.m.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Not even like a snack if you're like feeling a little, hungry.
No, you have to satiate that by either water or tea. Usually water, but for me it just doesn't feel enough sometimes. So I actually have to go out of my
the best.
Yeah, go out of my way to either drink tea or possibly coffee, which I wouldn't advise coffee.
I would say tea. Yeah.
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 But tea is kind of hard to come by in my house, unfortunately.
Tea bags are like what, $5 a pack?
Yeah.
$3, $5.
I guess if I can find them around here.
Because it fills you up for that, occasion, and then it'll just flush itself out. So it's nothing. It's no weight at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I actually take 2 shots of the no, I wish that'd be hilarious. No, the apple cider vinegar. The raw apple cider vinegar.
I can already taste that. Just thinking about it. Apple cider.
But yeah,
soury.
It is a very sour taste, and once it's already starting to hit like your stomach and stuff, like, well, you straight go to the bathroom after that.
Damn. In terms of piss or poop?
Poop, straight poop.
So that's definitely a big help.
So. Oh, and there's honestly, I didn't know there were so many benefits from actually just taking like just a small like a small shot of apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what do you guys use vinegar for though in the house? Cooking though, right?
Cooking wise, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess 2 shots isn't enough to make your mom mad at you.
Nah.
Like,
well, I actually use I actually just bought my own bottle.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So, it's convenient, so.
The special sauce.
Yeah. So, that's basically, that was something like, I wouldn't say that's not my diet pill, but it in its own way, kind of is.
Diet shot.
Diet shot. Anyways,
No,
but
might want to put some vodka now and then.
Yeah, that too. Maybe some Ciroc apple. No.
Crown Royal.
Anyways, so I have something interesting to tell both you guys and other people. So if both of you get a call from UFC Gym Waikele, it's because I actually went on referenced you guys.
Oh shit.
And basically, when you do get it, it's gonna give you a chance to have a 1-week pass and give it a tryout. And they will actually not care about if you actually registered
or history.
They'll waiver that.
Cool.
So
when would we expect this call?
Hopefully sometime. I talked to Josh, one of the managers at UFC Gym Waikele, about it, and he said hopefully this week.
True.
So,
Nick, wasn't this something you wanted to delve back into? Like, you miss your wrestling days?
Very long time ago, yes.
Yeah. This could be a good opportunity.
So, just gave you guys a fair warning.
Okay. As long as not Garrett calling me about taking my money again.
No, that's I'm pretty much over with that.
Okay.
I haven't been talking to him since.
Okay. No offense against the guy, but like,
I know,
broke, dude. I don't want you taking 800 out of my paycheck.
Right. Okay. So, there you go. Anyways, so no other personal, so no other personal achievements.
Not right now, no.
Okay.
Just the usual working out once a week kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess right now the best I could do is maybe like, twice a week for the time being, until I actually, get used to not crashing after. Well, I guess usually my crash is like between 2 to 3 hours. Because you guys woke me up, I was both annoyed and at the same time relieved that I didn't actually prolong my nap. Otherwise, that would have been a very bad thing for me. That means I wouldn't sleep at night.
I mean, 300 episodes in, wouldn't we, 8 o'clock is... Hey, podcast time.
I do, but I'm like, oh god, work really has me beaten so badly today. I'm like, shit. I would probably need like 100 cups of coffee just to stay awake from that kind of,
Can I just?
As long as you didn't install 100-pound ACs. Go ahead, Phil.
No, I didn't.
Can I just say if I was in your position, I'd probably be lucky just to be coming to work 10 minutes away.
I know.
True.
I'd be very lucky.
That isn't my problem. My problem is, sometimes work can get so hectic in the span of just 4 hours. I actually need coffee to sustain my overall alertness throughout the day. Like, if I'm like, oh shit, I gotta work out at this time, but I really have the need to feel like crashing, I'd better go get like 100 cups of coffee and, pretty much chug that shit into my system. And hopefully I'll stay awake.
Okay, Philip J. Fry. I know, I think everyone got that Futurama reference.
Yes, I know.
I got it.
I watched it.
Thanks, Bender.
Thanks, Bender. That would be also a fun universe to go into. Anyway,
not a big fan of that. But,
really?
Yeah. Not the biggest fan.
It's questionable.
I watched it because it was on.
You wouldn't want to be.
I'd love to go to the Samurai Jack universe. That'd be cool.
Oh.
Well.
As empty as it may seem, I don't know.
Actually, I don't know. I think wouldn't you be at peace in the Samurai Jack universe despite all the?
Not really, because the world is ruled by this pure evil entity. Pretty much, being good is considered a crime.
You're a target by that point.
Yeah. If you do good acts, you're pretty much painting a huge target on your back.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I would not want to live there unless it's with like the best of warriors.
Okay.
Unless you're trained by Jack.
Yeah.
No. But hey, it's all good. But no, there's something I kind of need to say. Going back to your work stuff. It's not so much yet. Okay, and I don't want to feel like I need to. I don't want to feel like I need to brag that I have to wake my ass up 5:30 in the morning, and then drive my ass halfway across the island just to get to work. So. And come in Monday to Friday, and hell, I wasn't even supposed to come in this past Saturday, and I still came. I started work at 7 o'clock. Thank goodness thank goodness it was only half day, and it was just only small easy stuff. Luckily, thank goodness I didn't have to do an AC that day. thank goodness it was just only replacing garage motors, which was actually very nice. So
I guess maybe I haven't been getting enough of sleep then. As in, like, I have not been getting 8 hours of sleep, which I have been getting in more recent-ish times, but now that I think about it, that's probably stemming from the fact, or my crash stems from the fact that I only napped yesterday. I didn't actually sleep. It was just a nap. And because I could not sleep, I was pretty much like, oh crap. Yeah. No wonder I'm not actually sleeping. I'm more like napping. And that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, that's a bad
huge
thing.
problem. Yeah, I guess that's why I've been crashing now that I think about it. Because I'm not actually sleeping at all.
How late would you stay up then, since you're only sleeping?
Well, here's the
4 hours at a time?
problem. Here's the problem for me. I try to go to bed by, like, say, 10, and then for some stupid reason, I wake up at 2, and I can't go back to sleep after that. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with my brain?
That's your circadian clock.
Somebody needs to freaking whack my head with a frying pan right now.
Oh,
Because I shouldn't be awake at 2 a.m.
I wouldn't go that extreme, but do you set an alarm at 2, or you just wake up randomly?
I just wake up randomly at 2. Which is why I said somebody needs to smack a frying pan on my head for waking up at such a very bad time.
Are sleeping pills in question?
No, I'm not using any kind of supplements to get me to sleep. I just crash and then wake up at 2, and I'm like, why the hell am I up at this time? I shouldn't be up at this time.
Would you consider those pills to help you out?
Maybe, if there's no other way.
I mean, there is another way, but that would definitely completely change your whole lifestyle.
I don't know if it's healthy, though, to be relying on those.
Yeah, the best way to go is natural, but again, like I said, that would completely change your lifestyle.
Yeah, that would be like quitting. That would pretty much be like quitting cold turkey on an addiction that you just can't get enough of.
Yeah, there's pretty much no naps, or at least 1 hour nap. Like, try to limit it to 1 hour instead of 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
If you can get past that, you can maybe get back on track if you're sleeping.
I hope so, because I really should not be napping instead of sleeping. That's a huge problem.
Yeah, that's the problem I try to get.
Air's right.
Yeah.
Reduce your nap time, and then put all the energy going towards your actual sleep time.
Yeah, I guess I could do that. Maybe I should, like, exhaust myself throughout the entire day then.
Well, don't exhaust yourself, like, gradually. Don't, like, exert, like don't exert, like, all in one, like a freaking spirit bomb.
Well, for you had that same problem where you would just crash after work. What did you do to help cope with it or prevent that? Because we all get tired after work. So the first thing on our head is like, okay, I'm gonna nap. I'm tired. But how do you help fight that?
Well, to be like small, like a little, to be honest, for a little bit. Of course, obviously, going to gym. But here's something that I do before I go to the gym. So the second I get to the gym, before I even step out of the car, I've actually set up a timer on my phone, and I put it to a 10-minute nap, and then once I hear the alarm, 10 minutes goes up. Okay, boom. My energy is like,
so literally a quick power nap.
A quick power nap, just decent enough so that I can make it through jiu-jitsu class.
You could try that, Nick. Maybe not 10 minutes, but maybe start with 30, 20-minute power nap. and then see where it takes you from there.
And
That way you're not crashed to hell by the time you wake up.
But to be well, actually, I might have gone a little bit too forward because when I started doing the power naps, it was just pretty much when I arrived it started me taking that for about 30 minutes, and then it was much more of a gradual change to like reducing the 30 into 25 into 20, and then gradually now I can just like take a nap for 10 minutes before I go in the gym.
That's interesting.
And then
Shit.
Yeah, it's
that's got me thinking now.
It's a gradual push. Also, believe it or not, I actually do take a nap during my lunch break.
Okay, so it's another 10 minutes.
Another 10 minutes there.
I mean, it's better than wasting or losing 4 hours at a time, you know, to overuse nap times.
Yeah.
Because yes, on paper it does. You would think that those nap times would make you feel more energized, but it doesn't. It's the opposite.
But yeah, so it honestly it's a gradual change.
Okay. I'm actually thinking of that now. 30 minutes at a time, nap time, and then just go from there.
Yeah, so that's what I did. But if anyone who takes this advice, do take it with caution. So just kind of honestly just pace yourself and just kind of just work pace yourself with your energy flow.
Because everyone's different. Everybody's different.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's where that is. So there you go.
Okay, Dr. Phil. Thanks for that tip.
There you go. All right. TV shows, movies, online videos. Finally, I can actually say, finally watched yesterday. So check.
And you watched it the day after yesterday.
I know, right?
Or before yesterday.
So, overall, I thought the movie was fun. It was very enjoyable, and of course, I caught into a lot of the song titles, like Strawberry Fields.
References. The song references.
Yeah, Eleanor Rigby, and then some little Easter eggs, little obvious Easter eggs in there. For example, spoiler alert for anyone who did or did not watch it. I had to kind of look very funny looking like this. Like, is that the word imagine on John Lennon's boat?
Right.
And
sorry, keep going.
Hold on. So apparently, I don't know why, but I look like I somehow look like.
When did you learn to play guitar or Beatles songs?
Yeah, right.
That's my question.
So
the right answer to that would have been yesterday.
Yep. So apparently, my beer game looks like this guy's the main.
It does.
This
Jack Malik.
Not only that, but your eye game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Face game, really.
Comment below if you guys actually if anyone actually thinks I looks, if not
like if you agree.
Like if you agree.
I mean, I think you could potentially pull it off. Potentially.
Make this uncanny look
of, you know, Himesh Patel. The Filipino Hawaiian version of Himesh Patel is Phil Allen's Finn.
See? So
man, that's your doppelganger.
That is my I think I found my doppelganger. Now I think it's time to find your guys' doppelganger. Like a very legit one.
Do let me know if you find anyone that looks like me.
Okay. Okay.
And not Tony Jaa.
No, that'd be way too. No, that'd be too.
Or Bruce Lee.
That'd be way too obvious.
Well, speaking of doppelgangers.
Did you find your twin today, Nick?
No. but I found someone who looks like.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? When did my wife become an actress that can somehow speak Korean? I think something's lost on me here. Yeah.
I would hope not, because that's your wife. No secrets.
Yeah. I mean, okay, she's not having an affair. I'm okay with, her acting alongside another dude, playing as her character's boyfriend. I would not mind that at all, since it's purely acting and nothing more than that. But to see a Korean actress who somehow resemble my beautiful wife, I'm like, what's going on here? And you know what's the ironic part? She's the one who showed this to me. Usually it would be me showing this stuff to her,
right?
But she showed this to me, and she's like, is that me? I'm like, what the hell?
Okay, question for you, Nick. Say that your wife is secretly like a K-drama actress. Would you actually be okay like as husband, like would you be okay like she had to do like romance angles like this?
Well, again, as long as it's part of the show's requirement, I won't make a big fuss about it. But if it's something like in Jurassic World, where, the actress gets a surprise kiss from her co-star, then that's where I'm gonna start asking some questions.
Yeah, because that's not acting at that point.
Yeah, like, if you remember in Jurassic World, where Chris Pratt kisses Bryce Dallas Howard, right there on the spot. That actually was not a part of the script. And I can only feel, her husband's feelings into like once he finds out, wait, that wasn't a part of the script? Okay, what is going on here? Yeah, I do not want to go through that, if possible. But overall, I am 100% okay with my wife being an actress, just like how my wife is 100% okay with me being a musician.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. But you do know that the payoff at the end is actually like worth like helping you guys out in terms of the long run.
Sure, I could see some wisdom in that.
Speaking of doppelgangers, I don't know if you guys remember playing State of Decay, but me and Dio found this very weird comparison here.
Dude, that is very uncanny.
Is it uncanny? Nick, I didn't know you're a badass zombie killer. Wow.
That is.
I would love to be one.
Dude, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah.
In this game, apparently you are, or in this world.
And there's twins. That's what makes it more amazing.
What did you get twins, Nick?
Hell if I know.
Is it Rick? I guess if you guys had twins, what would their name be?
Oh man. If I
had, would be Erica.
I guess it would be Rick.
Oh, see,
or Dick.
Yeah, if his name
is Richard.
Yeah, if his actual name is Richard, then yeah, I could see him as Dick.
I think mine would have been like Phyllis or something.
Philip, time for dinner.
I don't know. I don't know why I thought the name Phyllis. Maybe it's because of Office.
Oh God.
Shit. Okay.
Anywho, where are we here?
Anywho, sorry. So yeah, So any other TV shows, movies, online videos?
No, but I was at Target on Sunday and I saw The Lighthouse on physical copy. Yeah. I was like, should I? Should I not? I'll think about that one.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't know it was on physical, so I was very surprised by that.
Oh, maybe it must have dropped just
dropped recently.
Yeah. Damn.
But if it's there next time, I'll definitely grab it.
Okay, fair
Because
enough.
we all gotta watch that movie.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. All right. All right. Any other like weekly happenings? I thought checking out the Sakura Teppanyaki last Friday was actually
That was fun. Despite the long wait, but the food was good.
so.
It's cool seeing chefs prepare your own dinner for you in front
Hold
of
up, where was this?
Kapolei.
Yeah, Kapolei.
Oh, and this was yesterday?
Friday.
Friday? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
We should go there next time though. If not Cajun King, there.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Our next dinner date.
I mean,
Yeah.
shit, thinking about Cajun
Yeah, dude.
Cajun chicken,
Yeah.
like, really bad, dude.
Damn.
That's the most redneck place you could go to, I think.
Or, hell, I would actually make my eggs. Or Cajun fried rice. Just thinking about it is making me fucking hungry.
God damn.
I can smell the Cajun right now.
Well then.
Are you Cajun me? Okay, I'm done with the puns.
Well, I can't think of fun with Cajun.
Cajon.
Cajon. Or have some cajon fries from Popeyes.
On a cajon box.
on a cajon box. On top of the other cajon box, there's Cajun rice. Oh man,
That'd be cool if all your dinners were served in a cajon box.
that would be pretty funny.
I would probably make a collection.
Just a double entendre.
Yeah.
That would be
Cajun on some Cajun.
man. Double Cajun. On any
Johnny Cage.
on any occasion.
Hey, there you go. There it is.
Clever.
There it
That
is.
was clever.
Good job, Roshi.
That was clever. I don't think I would have.
Now Nick's the only one that hasn't said a pun. Ironically, because he's the Punisher.
Yep.
That was probably the most clever one yet. Anyway, okay, all right.
I'm not gonna say it back because that was all you, man.
You know,
Shit.
Oh man. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So last week we did top 5 worst video game, anime, and comic adaptations to silver screen. Now we're gonna go from worst to everyone's best opinion. Best top 5 comic book, anime,
Are there any good
video game adaptation. Actually, there is. There is some.
I'm sure there is. It just requires some searching.
There is some. So
Harry Potter, does that count?
Yeah, that can technically count because it didn't start off as a movie. It started off as
It was adapted from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
I actually had another idea, but we can do it next week.
oh, I can.
Top 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we might want to do the other idea now because best top 5 anime anime, video game, and comic book adaptions. That's gonna require some researching on our part.
Yeah, that's the thing. That with my idea, it also might require some research. Maybe not as much, but
Is mine is it worse than mine's?
I don't know. It's my whole idea was top 5 TV episodes of all time. Your favorite episodes of any, like
Okay.
SpongeBob, Ed and Eddie. What's your favorite episodes ranked?
Ah,
Oh, that.
I know this might require research, like I said. But
well, for me, I don't think it would require a whole lot. It just has to require,
memory.
digging into my memory, because I've been watching quite the number of shows for the past year.
Okay, I guess from just memory then. Let's do this top 5 favorite episodes from memory.
And for any wait, hold on. Any TV show, right?
Any TV show ever that you've ever watched. Which episodes stand out to you?
Okay, got it.
So I guess we'll do the same snake pattern from Phil, me, and Nick, and then so on and so forth. Okay. You want to start off, Phil?
Sure. Okay.
So name of the show and name of the episode, if you can remember, or what happened in said episode.
I know this episode kind of deserves higher, but this is probably the first one, this is probably like the first one that ever comes to mind.
Okay.
I think this was season 3 of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Either season.
Not that one episode, is it?
Yeah, it's that episode. Okay. So for anyone who did watch Fresh Prince, I'm kind of referencing the episode where Will's actual dad, actually
biological father
actually comes to visit, or comes all the way to Bel Air.
That's a classic.
And then it. I know it didn't hit me when I was young. It didn't hit me when I was younger the first time I watched it. But when you kind of like watch it again at a much more older time, you actually do understand the situation.
How deep it is.
How deep that situation was. So
and how good his acting was.
And how first of all how good Will Smith's emotional and his acting. So I know it deserves to be higher, but it was probably so. Okay. Yeah, so mainly from that episode, it was Will's like his frustration, his emotional frustration that that you couldn't have like one proper trip or one proper time to go to spend with his dad, and then he just ups and leaves him. And I was like, oh, so
okay, that's a good episode to start with.
So that is my number 5.
Okay, so my number 5. You guys watch Breaking Bad, right? Or at least know of it.
I know of it.
I hear about it.
I know of it.
Okay, so pretty much the first ever episode of Breaking Bad to me was a classic. Really, from Walter getting his cancer, analysis to, Jesse dropping out of school, whatever, to make drugs. And then them working together in the end, which is pretty good contrast, but it worked out. So, and it pretty much entailed what would happen in the show. So I thought that was a perfect pilot, in my opinion.
Damn.
If you guys know what pilots are.
Yeah, I do. But the version of Spanish that I'm talking about would have to be Castilian Spanish, or he's this peasant guy, and keep in mind 1905 is the beginning of the 20th century, and they're slowly getting out of that Victorian era mentality at the time. And this guy goes to this hotel and he pretends to be a waiter because he's looking for his sister, who he believes to be missing. Along the way, he actually befriends, the hotel owner's daughter, which he kind of starts falling in love with her, which to me wasn't really that surprising, considering that the actress of that, show is actually quite the looker, if you ask me. But yeah, that to me, like the way their friendship builds up, even though she was bound to marry this, twice her age guy who looks young, but he's actually like twice her age, that kind of thing. She's basically, quote unquote, forced to marry this rich man to basically combine their wealth. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on into that show, but it never strays away from the primary plot, where they uncover dark secrets that have been hidden away from the world and from their own family members.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect episode to kind of just forebode everything or foretell everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, well, I don't want to give like too many spoilers. Like the first season revolves around this serial killer named El Cuchillo, which basically means the knife. And this guy, the serial killer, basically murders, young maids, which normally in a first class society where they're pretty much rich people, nobody would really care about poor, a third class citizen's death in that hotel. But it gets so frequent that alarm bells pretty much starts ringing throughout the entire hotel because the body count keeps piling up in that facility.
Interesting.
Yeah, but if you really want like a good mystery romance wrapped into one, that's a pretty good show to watch if you ask me.
Okay. Phil, number 4.
Number 4 for me, would actually have to be from Sons of Anarchy season 1, episode 4, titled Patchover. So for those who watched the episode would understand that, so the Sons of Anarchy Motorcycle Club in Charming, or excuse me, Redwood Originals. So basically, that whole synopsis of that episode was basically the Sons patching over the Las Vegas tribe, and because the only reason they patch them over because of the Mayans attack, and also that way the Sons can actually back up the Las Vegas tribe and protect them and keep them under the Sons banner. And it was
okay.
And it was there's some pretty funny bits. There's some pretty funny bits in that episode, like Juice and Tig trying to transfer weaponry and for whatever reason, I think that's what started the whole bit with Tig always getting bit by a dog for no apparent reason, but it turned out pretty funny. So yeah, so that's my number 4.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
My number 4 is from Courage Cowardly Dog. I don't know if you guys remember this. It's called Heads of Beef. Do some mini research here. Well, that's the episode where Courage goes into a diner and there's a pig there.
I know that episode. I know that
looks
episode.
innocent enough, cleaning the tables and whatever. But Courage knows there's something going on, more going on.
He's the only person to catch, or dog,
pretty much,
to catch on.
Right. Not even a person gets it. A dog has to get it. But yeah, everything seems very, nice and turby or normal. But no, there's something more behind everything. And he notices that Courage notices that the pig is killing or slowly killing humans, which is weird because you think humans would kill pigs, right? So
no,
it's
it's the reverse.
It's a nice reversal of fortune here. So I thought that was a pretty genius episode.
Yeah.
Concept. I know there's more popular episodes out there, but this is my personal favorite.
And here, to add on to that, here's the irony. By the end of the episode, no one actually dies. That patty head of Eustace, that's not actually Eustace, because you can actually see Eustace eating that head effigy of him, of that burger. So really, that episode was an episode of ironies.
That's why I love this episode, because it tricks you in thinking that people are actually dying or getting killed by this pig.
Like you really believe this pig was actually slaughtering humans behind the curtain, but No, the whole time it's just he just enjoys making, you know, burger patties that look like human heads, and they turn out to be pretty convincing for the most part.
Yeah, and a big factor in picking my episodes is atmosphere, and this episode definitely had a very creepy atmosphere to it.
It did.
Which is why it's number 4. So yeah, go ahead, Nick. Your number 4.
My number 4 is another Spanish show worth mentioning called El Barco, which means the boat. I forgot which episode it was, but there's this love triangle subplot, which, if you ask me, is kind of cheesy, but it still kind of stands out to make the episode somewhat watchable, at least. There's this subplot between this secret agent guy and a working crew member who are basically trying to, you know, conquer the captain's daughter, so to speak.
Damn.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, the captain's daughter is cute as hell. Like, I would definitely date her if I was single. And I really don't blame both guys who are literally trying to kill each other just to earn her adoration. Or love, if you want to be cheesy about it. But yeah, this is technically a post-apocalyptic show, since, you know, what happens is the whole planet somehow becomes Waterworld because of some stupid science experiment gone wrong. Yeah, in a post-apocalyptic show, you know, I actually don't mind love triangle banter going on. It at least makes the episode interesting and gives it a little bit more suspense and action to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Phil, number 3.
Number 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, or actually correct me. I'm gonna be wrong. Walking Dead season 2 finale. This was.
Oh shit, dude! I was about to say that.
This is at the
farm.
The farm, and
I love that episode.
Well, I'm talking about the specific parts of the episode is Rick's hesitation to kill the
black dude.
No, not black dude. Shit.
Not the mom, right?
No, not the mom. No, remember his fight with
Wait, are you mistaking this for another episode?
No, not
the governor.
Not the governor. This is before the governor. This is before governor. Man, I'm having a stump right now. Jeez, this is.
Okay, what was the overall premise of the episode to kind of get your memory back, if you remember?
So Rick already knew the truth about his wife, and of course the affair that he had with
Shane.
Shane, thank you.
Oh, John Bernthal's character.
Well, before he made his exit.
Yeah, before
a way better show.
Hey, now let's not compare the shows here. It's fine.
But before
Walking Dead in its first 3 seasons were pretty amazing. I gotta give it that.
Yeah. So.
At least it wasn't canceled.
No, right? No, but when Shane and Rick fought and you could tell in Rick's eyes, like, he was kind of hesitant to kill.
Well, they were best friends.
They're best friends for like
early,
long time, even before the apocalypse happened. And after all the shit that they both of them went through, and all the drama that was dealt with, like you can feel the hesitation from Rick not wanting to kill Shane.
Right.
But then when he killed him, and then of course Shane just like pop. Oh, fucking like, oh, now he's like already like like once he was dead, he just became like zombie, and then trying to kill him again, and that's where I feel that's where like Rick's like digression, like his like that's where his remorse for killing people kind of began.
With his best friend.
Yeah. With his best friend. With his best friend. Like, and I kind of, I was like, dude, that'd be kind of fucked up if I had to kill my best friend, just kill a best friend, you know, for shit like that. You know, that's some pretty, that'd be like traumatic shit. And of course, lo and behold, I know I haven't been kept up with the show like consistently,
It's fine.
but you kind of but you kind of see his like his digression.
His human.
Yeah, his human
nature.
So
despite the rest of the show being unhuman.
Yeah. So yeah. So that was probably one of my favorite. Was that the season?
When Walking Dead was good.
When Walking Dead was that this? I think that was season.
Yeah,
finale?
it was season 2.
Season
I don't know if it was
finale?
the finale, but that was.
Or was it close to the finale? I think.
It was close. One of the last episodes. But yeah, season 2 is my favorite season as well for Walking Dead.
So.
Before I got to that Negan shit, but let's not talk about that.
That is my number 3. That is, yeah, my number 3.
Okay, number 3 for me is Ed and Eddie.
Oh shit.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but it's the episode where Eddie is putting up advertisements all around the cul-de-sac and gets people to join his little barn or whatever it was. Do you guys remember that episode?
I'm trying to recall that. For some reason I can't.
Like, he puts like a tape recorder on like the trees or whatever, and he says like, "Hey, you, yeah, you."
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Now you got it?
Yes!
Yes,
I'm like,
that
holy
episode.
crap, he's like actually persuading people to, join him in his what again? Farm?
Like a farm, like a amusement park kind of thing.
Oh,
that he made.
I see. Right.
A barn or something. But yeah, that episode stood out to me because it's just classic and it never gets old. It always puts you in that Ed and Eddie world. Perfect.
Yeah. Remember the time where so there are times where like the Ed scams actually go to according to plan.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like for example, when Ed was eating people's food in his sleepwalking state.
I love that one. Yep.
He's basically a human refrigerator while all the kids are starving, and Eddie, the manipulative capitalist he is, he exploits people's hunger by selling food, their own food, I should say,
to them. Which is evil in every way, but
it's evil,
funny.
But it's smart, He's
almost like a more evil Mr. Krabs.
Yeah. Oh, well, almost. Like,
cynical.
Yeah, in a way, Eddie is actually a lot more cynical than Mr. Krabs, because if you look at Eddie, he's not just this manipulative, scam scheming, money, grubbing kind of guy. If you look at some of the episodes of Ed and Eddie, it's disturbing how much he actually knows how to torture people. Like, remember the first episode of Ed and Eddie ever, where he actually does the Chinese water drop torture on Plank, and it's actually like killing Johnny inside. I'm like, how the hell does Eddie know this torture?
How is this a kid's show?
It's disturbing.
Like, he's pretty much waterboarding this poor 2x4.
Yeah, and that's not the only one. Remember when he actually he basically tortures his own friend Double D with the help of Ed, where Ed is like slapping Double D's belly, and he's trying to get like information on him. I forgot what it was, but I'm like, how does Eddie know this much forms of torture? I don't even know if this should be a kid's show anymore. If he knows this many torture methods.
I feel like all the characters,
physical.
all the characters are forms of metaphors in a way.
I guess, yeah.
And he's like the cynical, side of humans.
Yeah, like he could be a crime boss if he really wanted to.
Yeah.
If there's one iconic episode I can think from that show was the fight for the biggest jawbreaker ever, where the jawbreaker was so big, like when consumed, like the jawbreaker would be hanging like it was like a fat sized jawbreaker, and it was just hanging from the side of the mouth, and they would look so funny walking with that big giant jawbreaker.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
I don't know if they're fighting for it, they're just sharing it, I think. But yeah, it's the episode where they have to like reach a time limit before the store closes, I think.
Yeah.
I remember.
And they have to race their way down there. That was a fun episode.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely like my top 5.
Which actually,
and then Rolf's chickens got it away.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Like, where the hell did they come from?
Yeah.
Which was one of those curious things. Saying, I wonder what a jawbreaker actually tastes like.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that was a big question when we were kids.
I can tell you right now, the size of a jawbreaker is nothing like Ed, and Eddie. The reason why jawbreakers in that universe are so exaggerated to be big is because whenever you have a real jawbreaker in your mouth and you put it to the side of your mouth, it does bulge out your cheeks a little bit, but not disturbingly so where there's like a big ass tumor pimple on your face.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah, it's nothing like that at all.
But no, but the fact that they made it so big where it's like they're Ed's just like walking so funny. He was like,
man, I feel like watching old Eddie episodes now. I was talking about this.
Trust me when I say they're all over YouTube.
They are? Okay. I'll look it up there.
Sorry, I know we're getting
that's fine.
So
where are we now? Number 3.
Yeah.
Nick, number 3.
Okay, number 3 for me. Going back into Daredevil.
Here we go.
The Punisher's first appearance. That part, I was like, wait, who is this guy walking in the hospital? And in the moment he pulls a shotgun, I immediately know who that's supposed to be. And I started screaming like a little girl. I'm like, oh my god, it's the Punisher! It's the Punisher! Yeah.
I thought
frankly.
I thought that your favorite part episode where they kind of ripped it from the comic book where they're on top of the apartment tower where Daredevil was like chained up to like a chimney wall.
Yeah.
And then they just had this they had this like really meaningful conversation.
Sure, yeah. I mean, okay, that I will give its own commendation. I would probably put that as an honorable mention, if anything else. But the one that really struck to me was the way they set up the Punisher's first ever appearance. The moment where Daredevil rescues this poor Hispanic dude that's literally hanging on a hook. Daredevil asks him, who are they? Who are the people doing this to criminals? And then the Hispanic dude says, no they, him, it's one man. And then boom, there is John Bernthal, strolling down a hospital hallway as the Punisher. But we don't know it until he pulls the shotgun out of his jacket.
That's quite an entrance.
Yeah, he really came in with a bang. Literally.
Okay,
Nick, Phil, number 2.
Number 2. Okay, number 2. I hope I don't get a lot of flack for this, but
it's your opinion.
Go for it.
The Witcher Netflix pilot episode was.
Okay.
Not a bad pick.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, like
there were better episodes, but
I know,
your opinion.
I know, but just mainly like the introduction of Geralt and the introduction of Sintra and the Nilfgaard, or well, referencing Nilfgaard's invasion, and of course probably the coolest like fight sequence, the Butcher of Blaviken fight sequence was actually pretty
with Redfree.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, too bad he killed her.
I know. And of course, that's what set up the angle for the angle for the show, or
set the tone. Yeah,
that set the tone for Geralt's destiny. Your destiny will be in the woods, or along those lines. But just a setup of where the season, where that arc of the season was going, was pretty cool.
Okay.
So there you go. There's my number 2.
Okay, my number 2, and I know there's been way better episodes than this, but it's my personal favorite. It's Samurai Jack, season 1. Jack and the 3 blind archers.
Oh.
I don't know why. It's not. I know it's not the most famous, not the best, so even that season. But for me, it was just so cool watching like Jack fight 3 archers.
And fight would be the general term. The more technical term is he actually outsmarted them. Right,
and that's the whole point of how good and how smart Samurai Jack was. Because like, oh man, he outsmarted these archers, even though they're blind, but their senses are so almost perfect because they are blind. So their pinpoint accuracy is just crazy. The fact that Samurai Jack outwitted 3 of them is a testament to how good he is.
All it took for him was, first off, he does blindfold himself to pretty much attempt to beat them at their own game, because with his sight, ironically, they actually know how to exploit that, even though they're blind. But for Jack, all it took was a perfectly timed dodge to get all the archers to somehow hit each other.
It is the perfect explanation, or definition of using the enemy's power against them, kind of thing.
Yep, exactly.
And Jack did it in perfection, while blindfolded, mind you.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a badass. He cemented his place as a badass forever in that episode.
Yeah, he did. And he also cemented his place as one of the greatest fictional warriors of all time. Fictional samurai warriors of all time.
I would say top 3, I think.
Yeah. Actually, in fact, Screw Attack did place him at top 3 after it. Well, he's the only people that are above him. I forgot number 1, but number 2 they ranked was Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
that was really good.
Yeah. I forgot his name.
The only person that I would rank higher than Jack is Kenshin, so I don't know who would number 1.
Well, it's not Afro Samurai. I'll tell you that.
Okay, good.
Because if it was, I would have been very, very angry.
I love that show, but there's no way he's better than Kenshin and Jack.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, number 2, Nick.
Okay, number 2. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Picking number 2 is pretty difficult for me, considering I love The Punisher and I love The Witcher. Both shows released at the extreme ends of last year. And because this was a really hard decision, I have to say that my number 2 would have to be Punisher season 2 episode 10 or 11, I think. It's the one where all the events have built up to Frank Castle and John Pilgrim finally duking it out, and for the most part, both men were actually
very bloody episode.
Yeah, both men. I mean, it does. Now, I'm not gonna lie. The fight scene kind of feels like it drags out, but once you understand both men's motivations and why the way they are, you actually sympathize with both guys. Because for the Punisher, he lost his family through death and murder, and for John Pilgrim, he still has a family, but they're under the threat of death. Well, in particular case, his sons, because his wife passed away from cancer. But for John Pilgrim, he actually has something at stake. Whereas, you know, Frank Castle, he pretty much has nothing to lose at this point. And you know, being that he is the show's star, he does emerge victorious out of the fight. But the twist is he actually spares John Pilgrim's life because he actually understands why John Pilgrim is operating the way he is. Like, you can even tell on John Pilgrim's face that he doesn't want to murder people, especially since he went from being a racist jackass to this humble, loving Christian father and husband, which is something that I really admire in character development. But the way that he's being manipulated to commit these terrible acts, which is something his faith would not approve of at all, you know, you can kind of see that, you know, John Pilgrim is pretty much that trope character where he doesn't want to do the things that he does, but he's forced to do it anyway.
Perfect anti-hero. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say perfect anti-hero, but it's a very clever you know, representation of another kind of anti-hero. Because most anti-heroes we're used to, like the Punisher, a guy with nothing to lose. Whereas John Pilgrim, he actually has something to lose. And if he doesn't do the job right, off with the boy's head.
And rest is history.
Yeah.
Okay, Phil, number 1 ever episode for you.
Oh,
TV episode.
Fuck, this is hard.
I know, it's gonna be a hard number 1 here to fathom.
Or, okay, how about this? Let's change the rule a little bit. Just so that we can think of our number 1, we'll put up some honorable mentions.
Okay. All right. Here,
Yeah.
I do have a couple honorable mentions. Okay. This year's Crisis on Infinite Earths episode 4. That's where we got the Flash Arrowverse meeting the Flash DCEU Flash, a meeting that was never supposed to happen, but they did it, so cool. And that's where Barry learns about Oliver's sacrifice, why he made a deal with the Monitor. What else? Oh, and of course Oliver's sacrifice just to defeat the Anti-Monitor and restart the universe. That was actually pretty cool. And then yeah, so probably episode 4 was probably the best one out of the 5 episodes in that crossover series. So that's an honorable mention. Another honorable mention to put up there, SpongeBob SquarePants, the what's inside Patrick's box, because as dumb as Patrick, the idiot box,
I love that episode.
As dumb as Patrick can be, like 95% of the time. He's
sophisticated in this one for some reason,
and he's really good at defending that box.
And it's perfect example of curiosity killed the cat thing for SpongeBob, because he's so curious that he would even risk his friendship with his best friend just to find out what's in the box. And in the end, it was nothing. Or was it? That's a classic.
Oh god, that episode was so dumb.
That's the whole point, I think.
Actually, you know what that reminds me of? Way spoil ahead of time that this is actually an honorable mention of the show that I'm about to compare it to.
Okay.
That episode, in many ways, or in one huge way, I should say, really reminds me of the time when Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke actually attempt to uncover Kakashi's face behind his mask. That's kind of what they're doing in SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yep. Curiosity.
Yeah. Which, by the way, that is an honorable mention where, Team 7 actually try their damnedest to open, Kakashi's face mask, which they even had the help of their other fellow graduates, too.
Okay, I have one more honorable mention. Well, it's kind of two number ones here. Okay, here we go. Okay, this last honorable mention is from Smallville season 10, the series finale. It's finally where Clark actually accepts his Kryptonian side and actually becomes Superman in order to defeat Darkseid.
Nice.
And in the end, they actually do the classic Superman theme, him like running off camera and then just like going into like full Superman mode. I'm like, oh, so that's the honorable mention. Number one.
Here we go.
Sons of Anarchy series finale, season 7. This episode to me was so special because one, all the loose ends in that show was tied up, and especially towards the end when Jax sacrificed himself to ensure the future of the club and to ensure the future of his boys, and also how much he missed and how much like how much he loves and misses Mrs. Tara. And the fact that he had to kill Gemma, he had to kill Clay, he had to kill all these other people just so that he can find his peace.
Okay.
So
I definitely have to watch that show now, but yeah, good pick.
So that's my number one pick.
Okay, some honorable mentions before I go to my number one. Another Samurai Jack episode. The episode where he learns how to jump really high.
Jump good.
Jump good.
Yep.
Jump good. Classic episode where it relies on not talking, but just action. Really, actions speak louder than words, kind of thing.
Yep.
That's the whole episode. And another honorable mention was Bang Geeks, SpongeBob.
Oh boy.
That's the classic.
It's a sweet victory, I know.
Yep. It's just the many puns and references they do in that film or that episode is classic. And really more mature than any kids would get, I think, in my point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny that I could relate to it because, I was older in that generation. But I still got it. I still laughed. Have you guys watched Samurai Champloo?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
No.
In Adult Swim.
Yeah, there was one episode, it's the baseball episode. You remember that one? Let's play baseball.
In Samurai Champloo?
Yeah. It was the last
think,
episode.
I'm not sure if I remember that one. Although I do vaguely remember the girl of that trio was about to get raped and one of her friends actually saves her.
Yeah, that's another good episode.
Mm.
She becomes a geisha actually in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. At a young age, but anyway. Okay, my number one episode of all time is SpongeBob SquarePants Graveyard Shift.
Oh.
The hatchling slasher. That never gets old. I can watch that episode any day, any time of the day, and I'll always laugh.
Is that with the safety inspector?
No, that's the other one.
That's
when they kill him, or quote unquote kill him and try to bury him, which is another classic. That's actually my top 5 too. For SpongeBob. But no, the Graveyard Shift is absolutely classic. It's just SpongeBob and Squidward in the Graveyard Shift pretty much, and SpongeBob scaring the hell out of Squidward. And he's not even trying. Squidward's just a scaredy cat. But the whole point of this was how good the atmosphere was again. I always go back to atmosphere in terms of, determining the quality of the episode, and this had it. Everything, really. At the end, do you guys remember the light switch at the end? Wait, if you're not turning off the light or whatever, and it ends up as being a Nosferatu. Nosferatu.
I thought the episode you actually could from was imagination episode.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. Imagination.
and then
that's definitely my top 5.
Patrick and SpongeBob were inside the box, and we were like, "Wait inside that."
Patrick, you're going too high. You gotta acclimate. When they're hiking, like, wait, what? This could be a movie. Like, what the hell? Yeah, that's a classic.
Oh my god.
Nick, number 1.
Okay, before I get to number 1, I will give some
okay, go ahead.
Some honorable mentions, just 2. My first honorable mention will have to be Punisher season 1 episode 12, or I think it's the episode where Punisher actually racks up a huge body count in a small space and a very short amount of time. He basically he goes through all these kinds of guns that he uses, from a pistol to an assault rifle to a shotgun and to a light machine gun. He kills this entire military contracting team, easily, I should say. And it gets bloody, but it's very action filled. Like, you know right off the bat, even though you don't know the Punisher at all, you know right off the bat that the Punisher does not mess around. This guy will kill you if he really wants you dead. Which, to me, that small section of that episode where he's killing, waves of military contractor mercenaries so easily is pretty much the best way to explain the Punisher as a character. And my second honorable mention would have to go to, well, instead of like a 1v1, player versus environment, which is what the Punisher, I mentioned earlier. This one would have to be, I'd say, a PvP moment of Geralt versus the Striga in The Witcher Season 1, Episode 3. I don't know about you, but something really special to me. There's something really special to me about that fight with the Striga.
Yeah, because Geralt had his ass kicked?
Not quite, no.
Well, he did until he pulled his last trick in the book.
Yes and no. I mean, yes, it did hurt to see, one of my favorite fictional characters get their ass whooped, but it goes to show that Geralt, with his badass sword slashing and techniques, he's not invincible. He's pretty much like any other hero out there where, if Geralt is not careful, he could die at any moment's notice. He's a badass, but, but he's still, for the most part, human, which is what I really like in this kind of storytelling. Like the Punisher, if he's not careful, which for some reason he's not, he's just extraordinary lucky, he could die at any moment's notice. If the plot demands it, of course, but why would it do that? Then there would be no show, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I really like how Geralt is shown as a badass at one moment, and in another moment he's shown to be vulnerable at times, which some people might think that's like bipolar identity, but it really isn't. It's just
realistic identity.
Yeah, it's a realistic identity where no matter how cool or badass you think you are, you will have some kind of weakness, which, if you don't, then the show would immediately become boring. And I would never think of the Witcher franchise as a boring franchise. It really isn't to me. I mean, yeah, it may not be my favorite franchise of all time, but I do recognize its entertainment value, and to me, that's what the Witcher series is about. Its entertainment value in its characters, its lore, the whole universe as a whole. Yes.
Every Superman has his kryptonite.
Yes, exactly. Superman is not invincible. Get that shit out of your heads.
Yep. And your number one. Take us home.
Okay, my number one. The Witcher Season 1, Episode 4. That Law of Surprise stuff, along with the Pavetta and Dooney ship going on. I mean, yeah, it was very Romeo and Juliet of its time.
An interesting take of it.
But an interesting take of it, which, you know, even though it did feel a little cheesy, it was at least appropriate to its current timeline, which I really didn't have that big of an issue with overall. Mm-hmm. But to pretty much contrast the whole lovey-dovey stuff, you have this awesome fight scene of Geralt, Dooney, and King Iced, I think his name?
Iced.
You know, whooping ass of the entire court, and it takes one word of the queen, well, technically two of the same words, to get everybody to stop. Pun intended.
Okay. Wow, that's your number one ever? Interesting.
That's my...
I thought you were going to say Samurai Jack.
Well, okay, to be fair, I wasn't really sure when we said, like, you know, top 5 show episodes, I wasn't really sure whether I could include cartoons, so I just stuck with like regular.
Well, cartoons were definitely in the game.
Definitely. If anything, if you really want to know my top 5 cartoon episodes of all time,
we can say that for the next episode.
Yes, let's do that.
All right,
top 5 cartoon episodes next week.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
Cool.
But yeah, that episode in The Witcher will always stick to me. The Law of Surprise and that banquet brawl.
Yeah, that was my favorite too.
Well then. Alrighty. Well, there you have it, you guys. Top 5 TV episodes of all time. You heard from our opinion. If you have other opinions that you'd like to share, please do share in the comments. But with that being said, I know we were long. I know we went overtime, but it's okay. That's what we do. It's okay. It's okay on this show. So with that being said, thank you for watching this episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and also tap the notification bell for more Panoramic Gaming, and also show the same kind of love to the Panoramic TV channel as well. And again, all the links are in the description below. So next week we will have top 5 cartoon episodes of all time. Do tune in for that.
Can't wait for that.
And till then,
I'll have to reestablish some of my listings. Research some of my listings.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's gonna take that much for me personally.
Okay.
You know, it'll just come back to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Cartoons were a very big part of my childhood, so
I think a lot of people.
As with everyone. I would hope so. If you had a normal childhood, yes.
There you go. All right.
Okay, folks. That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. So till then, see you guys next week. Or if you guys happen to catch us doing Force or COD Mobile vibes, please do come and stop by and check us out there. Again,
Roger.
Yeah.
I'm Uncle. Right. I'm Uncle Shazam. That's the True Ace. That's the Woken Nick. Until then.
Stay woke.
Till then,
peace.
Peace.